What's up, beautiful people? It's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video, and it's titled Rand Paul Humiliates Whoopi Goldberg on our own show. Okay, interesting. I'm excited to check this one out to hear what they gotta say. Let's check it out.
We talked about his wanting to pull troops out of Syria, and everyone saying, if we do that, we're abandoning the Kurds. That's not a good idea. And a lot of folks are saying he crossed the line with a bad decision, but you don't say that. Why?
I don't know.
You know, one of the things I've always supported about President Trump is actually one of the things I liked about President Obama, that we said we were overextended, that the Iraq war was a mistake. I think it's one of the reasons President Obama beat Hillary Clinton, because Hillary Clinton had supported the Iraq war.
That's true.
I still think the Iraq war, regime change in the Middle East, and these wars are senseless. So does President Trump. He doesn't want to get us involved in another Iraq war in Syria. If anything, Syria is more complicated. The other is a practical concern. You have 50 soldiers. They're talking about moving 50 soldiers. Who goes to war with 50 soldiers?
That doesn't make sense.
You have 50 soldiers and tens of thousands of Turkish troops amassing. The Turks are also allies. The Free Syrian Army were our allies for 7 years. They're allied with the Turks. The Kurds have been our allies. The Kurds, in all likelihood, are now going to be allies of Assad to try to carve out a place in Syria for themselves. It's a really complicated question. I guess from my perspective, I say, any of these people out here, their kids have to go to war. War's not a chess game.
Exactly.
People lose their limbs and people die, and I think it's the least we owe to the kids that we're going to send into this war. Why are we going to war, and who are we fighting?
But isn't there...
So,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. So, if you have allies, and they are working with you and fighting with you, and 24 hours, somebody wakes up and says, no, we're out.
Right.
Is that the right way to do this?
I think the way we look at wars, we don't look at
No. Is that the right way to do it?
Let me answer the question.
Okay.
When we decide whether or not we're sending our young people into harm's way, we should obey the Constitution, which says we should declare war and put them in a war theater. But let me finish.
Okay.
And here's the thing about it, is if you ask these people, Lindsey Graham and the Cheney war and all these warmongers that want to stay at war forever, who are we going to declare war on? They don't know who. We're going to declare war on Turkey, our ally,
Should we
the
ever
Free Syrian
walk
Army, our
out
ally?
in the middle? It's like walking out.
We should never be there in the first place.
That's not the question.
Whoa, slow down, hold on there.
No, that's all good.
But see, the left agreed with
we're
me for
in
so
there.
many years. For so many years, the left agreed with me.
I am
that
neither
these
left nor right. I'm just American. I want to know, should we be taking, should we be walking out on people?
That's true.
But here's the thing is,
Wow.
left and right have agreed in the past that regime change doesn't work. When we got rid of Hussein, we got chaos and more terrorism. When we got rid of Gaddafi, chaos and more terrorism.
But Senator,
It's
we're
incredibly
here now, though.
expensive as well.
But we're here.
Yeah.
We're
And
not really here. We got 50 people. We're not
here.
doing
Yeah,
anything.
but we're frankly,
50 people
hold on,
is
hold
very
on.
symbolic,
Hold on.
and that is why
Yeah,
it
and
kept
you tell their parents
Turkey
that.
from
You
invading.
tell their parents
Isn't that true?
You tell the parents of those 50 kids how great the symbolism was when a suicide bomber blows up all 50
But
kids.
didn't it
You
keep
tell-
Okay, I'm with you fellas.
Turkey from invading?
No,
and
I'm not.
pulling them?
Oh, hold on. You see their mindset. Now let them. Let them send these ladies to the war zone to go fight the war, because it seems like they are not even understanding what he's saying. You're sending people, soldiers, and these soldiers are human beings, people's kids, people's parents, to war. Which would you prefer, to lose people or to settle it amicably or call for truce? Honestly, like I've said it before, there are people who always sit and for war to happen or chaos or whatever to happen because they benefit from it. And of course, the side of the people who benefit from it the most are for, let us send people to go for this war and fight and this and that. But they don't want to see things for what the truth is. Is it right to continuously send people or soldiers down to war zone, knowing that you don't know what is most likely going to happen in the war? Because some of them are going to lose, their family is going to lose them, or they're going to lose a arm or a limb or whatever. Think about the possibilities. But you see, they just keep interrupting him because they don't believe in what he believes in, or they don't see or understand what he's saying. But again, let's go on.
I'm with you fellas.
Turkey from invading?
No,
and
I'm not.
pulling them
No.
gave
You tell
Turkey
their parents.
the green light.
You tell their
Isn't
parents
that
why
true?
they're there.
But isn't that true?
You tell their parents why they're
Isn't
there.
it true that Turkey
You
did
tell
not
them
How do you
invade
feel
the
about
centers we have?
How do you feel about
So
the video that we're
actually-
seeing of the
find-
Kurds getting slaughtered?
I find the position of pulling out of these wars, that's a popular one, and I am there. There's a difference in having a strategy and leaving the Kurds there to die.
What?
Which is where they are now. They are left there to die. And that is now, here's what I'd argue.
That's simply wrong.
It's the
That's simply
GOP's
wrong.
problem.
That's simply wrong in an
ISIS fighters,
accusation.
as being reported, thousands are going to escape from these prisons because the Kurds can't protect
Well, no,
themselves. Up to 70,000, according to a NATO official.
What's the people who don't like the
Is that a
policy?
safer world with
That's the
ISIS
people,
running around?
That's the people who want to stay forever. These are the same people.
I don't want to stay forever,
Let me
but isn't
finish
there...
answering the question, okay? I let you talk, you let me talk. These are the same people. These are the same people that would still have us in Vietnam. These are the same people who always say, stay at war, stay at war, stay at war. It has not helped us. We've been in Afghanistan for 19 years. The same people complaining about this. The Cheneys, Lindsey Graham, you know what they say about Afghanistan? It would be precipitous to leave. We've been there 19 years.
Boy.
There's no mission, and I'm not
Walking
sending
out on
one more
people,
kid.
but there's more
I'm not
questions.
voting to
There's more
send one
questions.
more
Go
kid
ahead.
to
Go ahead.
Of
Afghanistan.
breaking our word as Americans, of breaking our words to our allies, of having people who've risked their lives, who've been there for years. And what message does that send internationally to other allies if we abandon them?
I think the only duty we owe, and the only oath I take, is to the Constitution.
All right.
I didn't promise to take the country to war. I promised not
Thank
to take the
you.
country to war. So did President Trump, by the way.
Thank you. You see this? They will still want to counter this or argue this. I wish we can send these ladies to go to the war zone. Let them go and fight fight war, because obviously they are so for sending people to go to war zone, so for sending people to go fight. Let them go. Let them. Aren't they equipped? They should bundle all of them and send them. Let them go to war zone and help fight. Let's go on.
And but the Constitution says protecting you from enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
And there's many of us who feel that this puts us in greater danger because of what it means vis-a-vis ISIS. I mean, we're not alone on this planet.
Well, duh.
And anybody who tries to make the argument that someone in Syria is a danger to our country is really not paying attention.
Oh, I think Assad is in Syria and is a hell of a danger to our country and our world.
Well, actually, if you look at the war is very complicated. So you had Assad on one side. On the other side, you had Sunni extremists, Al-Qaeda and Al-Nusra. These are the people that have been allied with the Saudi version of Islam that has been promoting Islamism and Islamist strategy around the world and jihadism. That was the side of the war we were fighting.
All right.
So if that side of the war actually won, I think we actually might be in more danger. I don't like Assad, but the other people on the other side are Sunni extremists that I don't like either.
How close is too close for Iran to be near Israel? Because this now creates a huge vacuum where Iran wants to take over Damascus, which is what they're now going to be capable of doing, and they're going to be that much closer to Israel, which is in fact one of our closest allies. Does that concern you at all?
I think
Whoa, slow down, hold on there.
I think the whole situation is so confusing that none of us are really getting this right. Actually, Turkey doesn't want Iran to take over everything. Israel doesn't want Iran to take over everything. And in fact,
wow.
Anybody? Yes?
I just want to thank you for your leadership.
Sure.
Not just in this storm. My mom's house was wiped out by tornadoes in January that you were very instrumental in helping. So I want to thank you for that. But a lot of people are getting turned down by FEMA.
Okay.
And Kamala Harris came out and said it's going to be based on equity. How do we get to the bottom of that? What's happening?
So questions about FEMA, people maybe be getting denied. Is this tied to Kamala Harris's suggestion?
What the hell?
That they're going to use things like racial equity rather than just the merits. I can tell you, I spoke with the FEMA administrator. They pledged to us to do it on the merits. We're going to make sure it's on the merits. I think the thing that Kevin Guthrie, our Division of Emergency Management Director, has pointed out is getting denied by FEMA does not mean you're ultimately not going to get it. Sometimes you may need to provide more substantiation.
That's true.
So just see what they're looking for. You can go to the DRCs. We've got a number of disaster recovery centers now up in Southwest Florida, actually throughout the affected counties, even beyond Southwest Florida. People they can help you get through this process. It is a bureaucracy. When you talk about federal bureaucracy, there is red tape, but I think that you have an opportunity to provide the information.
All right.
This is going to go through, a bureaucrat's going to look at it, and they need the boxes checked, and if not all the boxes checked, that's the notice you get. But that does not mean that you're ultimately not eligible.
Wow.
You want to know the problem? Lots of people, especially when it comes to war, I've said it before, there are people who stay or keep funding or want war to be kept alive. So they do everything possible to keep it alive because it is beneficial for them. They don't see any reason why there should be no conflict. They see reasons why, okay, having conflict or having war makes them tons of money, so they will fuel it or support it. Now, the question is, for the ladies on The View, since they are so pro-war or pro thinking that one country is a danger to another country, they should send them to war to go fight on the country's behalf. I mean, that's why we have able, strong, independent women or strong women that can help people, because it seems like they're forgetting that this army or these soldiers that they're sending to war have families. They're forgetting that. What would you tell their families? That you're sending these people to war because you think some group of people are a danger to, like, it's not making sense, honestly. And when people keep talking that they don't want any war, sort of war, they're going to call a truce or see a way to agree or talk with their allies and make sure that there is no conflict, whatever. They attack you, they don't let you speak, they want you to see things the way they see things. It honestly don't make sense, because obviously it goes to tell you the side they are on. That is it. But this is interesting though. You see how they kept on interrupting the senator and stuff. That is stuff. My point is, why do they continuously interrupt their guest when the guest doesn't share their views of opinion? It don't make sense. But let me know what you think about this. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.